The devil, when I met him, he was a friend more than he was. I don't know, Paul. Let me shut up. 'Cause Paul might don't want me saying this. So let me shut up.
The city of Memphis, Tennessee has long been a crucible of hip-hop culture, especially in the underground scene. From the early 90s onward, the Memphis sound developed its influence. Heavy bass, haunting loops, slow swag, and lyrics that touch darkness in a way few mainstream acts cared to do. Out of that scene comes one of the strangest and most persistent legends in rap lore. The concept that some Memphis mixtapes, albums, and tracks act as occult sigils, actual spiritual tools, not just music. Memphis rap in the 90s was gritty, unapologetic, and atmospheric. Groups like 3 6 Mafia built a style rooted in the streets, but also drawing on horror, occult imagery, and raw emotion. The production was lo-fi, dusty, and mixed in a way that gave vocals and beats a supernatural echo. Part horror movie, part hypnosis. It felt different from coastal boom bap or southern bounce. That otherworldliness made Memphis rap stand out, and for many listeners, it still has a vibe that's unnerving in a good way. Some fans say you feel the city in the sound. Beyond the music itself, Memphis has an underground culture of spiritual folklore, hoodoo, and urban legends. Artists openly reference dark themes, cross imagery, and ritualistic aesthetics. There are interviews where members of Memphis crews talk about strange rooms, masks, warehouse shoots, mixing horror imagery and real life. For example, Coops the Nigga, rest in peace, of 3 6 Mafia once said in a documentary that during a photo shoot downtown they saw dudes in white robes doing weird spooky shit across the street. The line between stage horror aesthetic and lived experience in the scene sometimes got blurry. What is a sigil? In occult practice, a sigil is a symbol designed to capture intention, to act as a seal or container for magical or spiritual force. The legend of Memphis Rap Sigils takes this concept and applies it to music. The tapes and mixtapes in various mediums become the physical object of power, tracks become the ritual, and listening becomes the activation. According to the rumor, a specific cassette or set of cassettes was created by murdering someone or recording something traumatic, embedding that sound into the beat, then releasing it, and that beat is the sigil. When someone plays it, it charges the ritual. Online posts outline a recipe for how one of these things are allegedly made. 1. Catch a body at a location. 2. Record audio of it and incorporate the victim. 3. Sample it into a beat. 4. Rap over that beat at or near the body scene. 5. Release the tape. And then 6. Listeners play the tape and the sigil is charged, which manifests power and wealth and fame, whatever ritual or whatever have you. It reads like a horror film script, but in other words, every time you listen to one of these recordings, it's powering up some sort of fucked up sigil. The lore gets specific. Some threads list 8 specific tracks or mixtapes from the deep Memphis underground that are the sigils. Others argue the number doesn't matter, it's the concept that matters. But the specificity gives legend to the weight. If someone can name which tapes, then it feels more real. One of the myths links the murders of the West Memphis 3 to this ritual. Memphis underground rap was already obscure, raw, and filled with horror iconography. Combine that with the anonymity of countless mixtapes, little documentation, and a scene where you could disappear. It created fertile ground for myth-making. The difference between fact and exaggeration blurred. Add to that the internet age, forums, Reddit threads, and YouTube videos. The legend spread fast and mutated. Some parts of Memphis rap sound eerie, so people hear the myth in the music, even if they don't believe the full story. Listeners point to elements in tracks like uneasy ambient noises, samples of screams, extremely slow tempos, layered ghost vocals, and whatnot. The feel of the music becomes the evidence, but all of this is subjective, and one person's haunted cassette is another's dusty-ass beat. To date, there is no verified, publicly available recording that undeniably meets the full sigil specifications. The theory remains speculative, anecdotal, and largely internet-driven. Whether true or not, the legend of the sigils has had a real cultural impact. It's heightened the mystique of the Memphis scene, created curiosity about old mixtapes, and driven fans to dig deeper into artists who are from there. It's also spawned a whole genre of commentary. For fans of horror rap, which is funk with a PH, the supernatural, the idea adds an extra layer of fascination. Even skeptics acknowledge it as part of the Memphis rap story, whether true or not. Believers point to the secrecy of early Memphis rap, the death counts and violence in the city, the occult imagery and visuals, and the vibe of the music itself as an alignment with the theory. They say, why else would the music feel that dark? Why else would so many tapes disappear? The argument is, if the background is already operating in dark energy, then the sigil hypothesis just might be the right frame. The psychological component is also key. Sigils, by occult definition, work through the subconscious, through repetition and exposure. In that sense, if you feel affected by the music, then the myth is doing part of the work. On the flip side, critics argue that this is simply internet creepypasta applied to rap. Many voices dismiss the Memphis Sigils as made up or make-believe, or that it's like the dumb accusations toward metal musicians in the 80s. There's no credible documentation, no academic paper, no verified legal case that links a tape to a ritual murder. The threads often trace back to anonymous posters, forums, and snarky speculation. So many details remain unverifiable, making it a fun myth, not a confirmed history. Memphis Rap Sigils exploded because of the internet. One anonymous post on X becomes a thread, which becomes a screenshot, which becomes a YouTube explainer, this video right here, which becomes an urban legend. Meme culture loves this. Zones where fringe idea plus conspiratorial tone plus outsider art converge. In effect, the myth turned into a cultural artifact of its own. The sigils themselves may not exist, but the belief in them does, and that belief interacts with the music, the fans, and the city. If you enter Memphis rap with the sigil lens, you'll listen differently. A beat becomes more than rhythm. You'll listen for ambiance, for uncanny sound, for the possibility of hidden terror or ritual. The myth changes the experience. Some fans enjoy that layer of depth, others feel it distracts from the music itself. Either way, the myth invites deeper engagement with tracks, mixtapes, and art from the city. It prompts questions like, who made this? What's the story behind the tape? Or did I pick up a weird sample? Some artists have addressed occult or horror themes outright. Others have no comment. There's no verified artist stepping up saying, yeah, I made a sigil. Many just focus on the music. But in interviews, some Memphis artists recall weird photo shoots, strange fans, and stories of occult imagery. That doesn't equal proof, but it adds to the aura. In some cases, rumor and reputation became part of the branding. The darker the story, the more interesting the tape becomes to collectors and fans. That in turn reinforces the myth. From a skeptical standpoint, there's no independent evidence, no artist confessing, no law enforcement records confirming murders tied to tape creation in any way. Many of the voices promoting the story are anonymous posts, forums, and meme threads. The easiest explanation, it's a compelling legend built on truth-adjacent pieces and internet amplification. Whether you believe the Memphis Rap Sigils are real or myth, they do matter. They reflect how hip-hop culture, urban legend, and the internet age mix to form stories that are bigger than themselves. They show how fans seek deeper meaning in music, how darkness and mystique draw attention, and how myth-making becomes part of artistic legacy. So are the Memphis Rap Sigils real? It's hard to say. The evidence leans towards myth, but cultural weight is real. In a genre built on authenticity, on feeling over technique, the idea that some tapes really could be magical makes sense at the level of myth-making. The city, the sound, the scene, they had that aura. Whether or not someone secretly sampled a murder into a beat, the music of Memphis did summon something. It summoned imagination, fear, fascination, and discussion. That might be the real magic.